Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramana.
Recently, I have visited foreign countries and returned. But I don't feel as if I have been to foreign countries. I feel as if I have gone to Vijayawada or Kakinada. Many people are coming to see me because I have visited London. Why are you coming to me? It is all waste of time both for me as well as for you. All of us should not waste our time. There is nothing extraordinary about a foreign visit. In the olden days, foreign visits used to be special. They used to travel on a ship. It used to take them 2 to 3 months to complete the travel. So even though I have visited London, it was as normal as being amongst you. There was nothing special about it. Irrespective of whether I visit any Asian countries or Germany or England, my mentality is such that I feel like I am sitting at home in Jinnor. Everyone belongs to us. Their colors are different. They are white people, and we are black people. Human nature in this world is always the same wherever it may be. Though our colors, castes, religions, and traditions are different, beyond all of them is one and only one Brahman or truth within our hearts. It is only referred to by Christians as the kingdom of heaven. Gautama Buddha called it the state of nirvana. The Hindus called it liberation. Though there is a difference in names, they refer to the same state. Different religions have defined the truth differently, but the goal is the same. I noticed in England that some people are not superstitious but have independent thinking. They are people with an open mind and an open heart. They are not narrow-minded. They are the seekers of truth. They feel that irrespective of religion or who the speaker is, they should be guided toward the truth. Such is their intense seeking for truth. Some such truth-seeking intellectuals are showing interest in our Indian spiritual science. It may be in the USA, England, or any other country. Wherever the truth seekers may be, they are attracted to our Indian philosophy. The Ramana Maharishi Foundation devotees invited me to England. The children's specialist Dr. Surya Narayana Raju Garu and I visited England at their invitation. They had invited both of us. So we went together. Though I am not fluent in English, I spoke at Ramana Maharishi Foundation in broken English. Though I became aware of my mistakes while speaking in English, they said, "You are talking good in English. So please continue your speech." They said so to encourage me. As per them, communication is essential. We can understand the subject you are speaking about. It doesn't matter, even if there are any grammatical mistakes. You may fumble in between. As long as we can understand what you are speaking, it doesn't matter how you are talking. So please continue speaking. After speaking at Ramana Maharishi Foundation, I spoke at Bath. They gave me a title called Crowd Puller. There are a total of 360 members in the Ramana Maharishi Foundation. Whenever a meeting is held, usually only 30 to 40 members attend the meeting. When I was speaking at Ramana Maharishi Foundation, it started raining. The information about my arrival and speech was not published in any newspaper. The advertisement happened by word of mouth through the phone. Only 20 to 30 people visited Ramana Maharishi Foundation monthly, whereas 150 people came to listen to me. The hall capacity was just 90. So the rest of them stood outside, getting drenched in the rain. They allotted me 45 minutes to speak. I told them, I am feeble-minded. The allotted time of 45 minutes is not sufficient for me. I consume a lot of time when I speak. They said, you can talk as much time as you like. We will reduce one of our items. I talked for 1 hour 15 minutes. Later they asked me some questions. Man gets feelings. What is meant by feelings? Saints like Ramana Maharishi, Shankaracharya are referred to as Gyanis. Who is eligible to be called Gyani? Shankaracharya, Ramakrishna, Ramana Maharishi, etc., are all humans. They roamed around just like us. Externally they look like normal human beings like us. So how can a Gyani be defined? Thus they asked all their doubts very seriously and sincerely. I said, the Hindus are fond of pujas, japas, and yagnas. But you all are very fond of meditation. They replied, you are practicing that which is easy, and we are practicing that which is hard. Doing puja, clapping the hands, and doing bhajan are all easy. But it is challenging to meditate. You do the easy things, and we do the difficult things. They don't have much liking for bhajans and puja. But they put a lot of effort into meditation. They are result-oriented. If they do any task, its result is vital to them. They are practical people. In Ramana Maharishi Foundation, I did not speak about Ramana Maharishi first. I felt I should not forget the one who bestowed us with food. So I talked about Sir Cotton for the first 15 minutes. Today if we can eat food, it is all because of Sir Cotton. Sir Cotton belonged to England. He started the construction of the Dhavaleshwaram Dam in 1847 and completed it in 1852. He took 5 years to complete the construction of the dam. To express my gratitude, I said, Sir Cotton, one of your countrymen, has constructed a dam for us. Today we are eating food in his name. Thus I spoke about Sir Cotton for nearly 15 minutes. They were prepared to hear about Ramana Maharishi from me. But what surprised me was when they said, we never heard the name of Sir Cotton. So we hardly know about him. The reason behind this is very simple. Though Sir Cotton belonged to England, he constructed dams on Godavari and Kaveri rivers, spending most of his life in India. Only in his last days he returned to England and died there. Sir Cotton's name and fame in India don't exist in England. Leave alone fame. They are unaware of Sir Cotton's name. They told me that they were going to get my speech published. I said, though speaking about Sir Cotton was out of context, I have an unknown love toward Sir Cotton. So publish my words on Sir Cotton in the same devoted manner as you will publish my words on Ramana Maharishi. Saying so, I first spoke about Sir Cotton. It is because the food donor should never be forgotten. Before the dam's construction, thousands died of hunger in our region. So we should place Sir Cotton within our hearts and contemplate upon him. Today, if we can eat food and lead happy lives, it is all due to Sir Cotton. Out of gratitude, we must remember our benefactor. It will also make us the recipients of God's grace. After that speech, I was taken to a place called Bath. The person who introduced me to Western countries is Roger. His native place is Bath. Bath is one of the most beautiful cities in England. Roger showed me some important places in Bath. Later a meeting was scheduled at 5 p.m. The meeting hall looked very big. Not even a single person was seen in the meeting hall. I asked Roger, "You have brought me here to preside in a meeting. But why is it that I don't see anyone here? Roger laughed within himself and kept quiet. He did not answer me back. He took me into a room beside the hall. He showed me a bed and said, "Take rest for a while. You can relax on this bed." When I asked him about the audience, he remained silent. He brought me out of the room into the hall at 5 p.m. Surprisingly, 125 people were there. Everyone came to the meeting in their small cars. They listened to the discourse, asked questions, and heard the answers. Later they went back home in their small cars. They were so particular about time. In India, if the meeting is scheduled at 2 p.m., devotees arrive at 10 a.m. and settle down in the meeting hall. After the meeting, one incident surprised me. A lady named Line Goswell sat still in her place without going away. I thought, what is this? When everyone is leaving, why isn't this lady moving out? So I sent Dr. Garu to find out the reason. Dr. Garu asked her, "Sri Nannagaru wants to know why you stayed back." She replied, "I have stayed back to express my gratitude towards Sri Nannagaru." I asked her, "Why gratitude? Everyone here has heard my speech. Why don't you leave the hall like everyone?" She replied, "I have been performing spiritual practices for 5 years. I have been meditating, performing japa, visiting the church, and doing my prayers, etc. What I could not achieve through my 5 years of spiritual practices, I have achieved within 5 minutes in your presence." This single sentence has fulfilled the purpose of my England visit. I was reminded of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, who said, "It is glorious to help even one man." Throw aside the processions and honors, the formalities to fulfill the stage-related traditions when a meeting is conducted. She said one single sentence, "For 5 years, I have been visiting the church, making prayers, performing japa, doing meditation. I have been reading your Indian books too. Though I have been putting in tremendous effort all these days, what I could not achieve all these days through my efforts, I have achieved the same within 5 minutes in your presence. Having experienced such tremendous peace, how can I leave without thanking you? Should I leave just because I have a car? Should I go as fast as traveling in an airplane? I am sitting here to thank you and convey my gratitude." In the last days of my London stay, she found my address and came to me. Out of immense gratitude, she wrote down some poems in English, put them in a cover, and offered them to me along with some flowers. I felt, the purpose of my London trip got fulfilled. She later invited me to Bristol. She said, "If you are willing to talk, you can talk. Else you can remain in silence. You are important to us, and not your speech. Your presence is more important. It is all right even if you sit in silence." She thus invited me to Bristol, but I did not get an opportunity to visit Bristol. Later, I went to a retreat. A retreat is usually conducted for 3 days. Previously, whenever the Ramana Maharishi Foundation conducted any spiritual retreat, only 30 people attended the retreat, but now 100 people have come for this retreat. The accommodation facilities were not sufficient for 100 people to stay. So they arranged small tents and slept outside in those tents. They spent their nights also in those small tents sleeping on green grass. They need not feed their cattle with the green grass. Their cattle keep eating the green grass all through 24 hours. I asked them, "You were lying on the green grass. Did you get to sleep or not?" They replied, "We slept very well." Their answer surprised me. The name of Ramana Maharishi Foundation's chairman is Alan Jacob. His wife's name is James. They have only this task, to speak about Ramana Maharishi and run a magazine on Ramana Maharishi. It is God's will that both of them always stick to the same opinion. Both of them are aware of the literature. Both of them are capable of writing. Both of them are good orators. Both of them aid each other in all aspects. So it is all God's will. They are running a quarterly English magazine called Self-Enquiry. Just before the retreat's conclusion, on the third day of the retreat, I said, "You have spent 96,000 on the flight tickets to bring me and Dr. Garu to London. It is good that I could see all of you here. I also got an opportunity to see England, but you had to spend money to bring us here." Then Jacob said in his farewell message, "We are delighted you have come here. Forget that expenditure of 96,000 rupees. We are very lucky to have you here. Because of your arrival, we got a total profit of 3 lakhs within these 2 days after deducting all the expenses. Most people who came here have donated either 100 or 200 or 300 pounds. After deducting all the costs, we are now left with 3 lakhs. We spent 96,000 on your tickets. So after deducting this 96,000, Ramana Maharishi Foundation is left with a total profit of 2 lakhs. You are under the impression that we have incurred an expenditure in sponsoring your tickets. In addition to the benefit derived from your message, the Ramana Maharishi Foundation made a financial gain also through your arrival. We are very fortunate. You have benefited us not only from the Jnana perspective but also from the financial perspective." After my farewell address, many of them read out their English poems composed on me. They wrote down their experiences too. They have a tradition of passing on the same paper to everyone. I felt, what is this? Why is the same paper being passed on to everyone? The audience was told, if you have anything to write about Sri Nannagaru or any intuitive expression on Sri Nannagaru, write it down on this paper. As Sri Nannagaru is about to leave, we will show him all these writings. But the condition is that it should be in a single sentence. Don't write in more than 1 sentence. You can write only if you wish. Otherwise, you can skip. After everyone finished writing, the chairman's wife brought that paper and showed me. I felt, what is all this? Everyone gave their opinion and signed. They are all practical people. There is a lot of male ego in our country. Though it is not expressed, the males in this country feel superior to females. This male ego is not found in England. Based on necessity, a man does a woman's work, and a woman does a man's work. They don't have the attitude that a particular task has to be done by women only and not by men. One more important thing to be learned from England is cleanliness. The English people keep their roads clean as we keep our homes clean. They don't spit on their streets. They carefully look after their roads. They don't have any stray dogs or street dogs. They have only pet dogs. If these pet dogs shit on the streets, their masters put that shit in disposable bags and throw them in a dustbin. They give utmost importance to health. The drinking water is clean in every house. Leave alone the houses. You will not catch a cold even if you drink water in a coffee hotel. Generally, in India, I drink hot water at home. However, when I drank cold water for all 18 days of my stay in England, I did not catch any cold. The drinking water in England is so pure. As we can see our face in a mirror, we can also see our face in that drinking water. Therefore, waterborne diseases are not found in England. One more surprising fact is that we cannot find a mosquito or housefly in England. All the dishes are kept closed. Even if they are kept open, mosquitoes or houseflies are not found. They don't exist at all. I am habituated to seeing mosquitoes and houseflies in India. I felt anxious about not having seen any houseflies or mosquitoes in England. However, in the retreat, I finally found one mosquito in the bathroom.
Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramana